There's a trendy new name for doing a runner from restaurants without paying, dine and dash. A family business in Kent was left £489 down after 7 people greedily stuffed themselves with their finest food and fled before settling up. It's illegal and hugely upsetting for restaurants and their hard-working staff who put their heart into it. But I've done it myself. Years ago, my friend Glo and I went to tea in a lovely little pub every Friday called the Nag's Head. One night, as I was getting out of her car on my driveway, I said, "For God's sake, we didn't pay our bill." We were both mortified. The following Friday, we went straight to the bar, said we were very sorry we'd forgotten to pay the bill and handed over the cash. The owner was lovely, said he knew we'd be back and it was a genuine mistake. We had our tea there that night but never went back again because we were just so embarrassed. Had he called the police, I'd have blamed the menopause in court and I reckon I'd have got away with it. Choco no, I had terrible tummy trouble on Saturday. My friend Janet, a retired nurse, asked what I'd been eating. A big bar of Bourneville dark chocolate and 2 Mars bars during Strictly, I confessed. She let out a big sigh and said I was eating too much chocolate, so I gave myself a choxy ban and have been really strict about it. I kept telling myself off and reminding myself the pain of a sore stomach was not worth the temporary joy of chocolate, even though I craved a twirl and a whisper. Then I remembered I'd stashed boxes of chocolates away for Christmas gifts. My daughter-in-law Kim predicted I'd break into them way before December. So she bought me celebrations to give away because she said I'd never be able to break into the thick tape around the plastic tub. But I managed. I gouged the tape with scissors and nearly cut my wrists off. Now I have 3 boxes of celebrations hidden upstairs in our Robert's little old room rather than 4. I'm just trying really hard not to think about them. COVID bingo calls ice-breaking fun in the waiting room for my 6th COVID jab. I was given a little paper ticket to wait my turn. When my number was called, I shouted, "House." The lady behind started howling, and I told her I was on my way to pick up my prize and hoped it was a leg of lamb. Before then the waiting room had been a sea of miserable faces and there was no chat. I understand people were a bit nervous as I was uptight about the jab too. But I see a group of people as an opportunity for a chat and a laugh. Life's too short to be gloomy, even if I leave people convinced I'm mad. Glitz and glam not for me. I adore football but didn't bother watching the Ballon d'Or ceremony which crowns the best footballers in the world. As great as it is to hear young players like Jude Bellingham were recognized, glitzy award ceremonies for top-level players just don't interest me. I'd much rather watch grassroots footballers who are genuinely passionate about the game despite the fact it's definitely not glamorous. I've only ever supported my local team Wrexham and whichever team our Robert played for. And although I love to watch the Premier League, there's only one team I really root for, the underdog. This is just one of the many things I'd like to talk to Roy Keane about, not just because I love that brilliant, handsome man, but because I'm dead keen to find out if I'm actually mouthier than him. Mass fireworks a dud. Now I've gone off firework displays. I don't mean to sound like a party pooper as I've loved getting wrapped up to ooh and at spectacular displays in the past. But times are different now. When local councils can barely afford to meet the needs of communities, it seems wrong to see their money go up in smoke for a short-lived thrill when so many people are in desperate need of food and shelter. The trauma pets suffer with the loud whizzes and bangs is too much. So although I like the sound of supermarkets now selling silent fireworks, I still feel money could be far better spent. Wouldn't it be wonderful if all the pennies for the guy went on good causes? Rhythm of the Jungle is my fave TV. I'm relying on the tally to lift me when the world news is so heavy. So excitement levels for this year's I'm a Celebrity Jungle is stratospheric. I've heard Nigel Farage, the Europe guy, will be in the camp. The man is a donut. I can only hope he is on dunny cleaning duty and gets the most stomach-churning tasks. Strictly is a highlight of my week, especially seeing Angela Rippon master intricate, fast steps like the Charleston. Her mind is as sharp as her moves, she's as stunned by her talent as we are, and she always carries herself with style and grace. I might never be as posh as Angela, after all, I pronounce nougat as nugget and not nougat, but if Strictly has shown she can do more than she ever imagined, maybe we can too? I know I'm old, yet I don't think of myself as old. But these days I'm finding little things harder to remember. Someone once said old age comes at a bad time because just as you start to know everything, you start to forget everything. They were absolutely right.